Thank you so much for your time, sir. As you said to me that you have been politician for last 35 years and you have occupied different position in the government. How has been your journey so far?
Well, I didn't say I'm a politician. I have yet to become a politician in spite of being in politics for 35 years. That's what I wanted to make a point. So you caught me on the other side. But it was a long way, and we have seen, the development and growth in general, and specifically the information technology, so vast and so much change.
Right. AP has been, Andhra Pradesh has been one of the high-tech state in India, and it is playing really very marvelous role. How this model of Andhra Pradesh can be replicated to other states?
So here, specifically Andhra Pradesh has an advantage of a couple of points. One is the natural talent pool, the mathematical bent of mind and all that. That is being, seen from the number of engineering institutions in the state. And second, the number of graduates churning out of these colleges is almost like 30% of the country's total. So this is one natural, resource that's readily available, and exploiting that natural resource to the benefit of the society in large and to create employment opportunities, this sector has been doing extremely well. That's where, along with this, the state government has taken the initiative to incubate such kind of process, so that the startups, SMEs, and the big joints will play their role.
Right. The events such as eINDIA, how happy you have been with this event? Does it, the event, what you have thought, is it on the right track?
No, the event is on the right track, and as a matter of fact, you're getting people from all over the country at one place, so that various systems and initiatives by the state governments or the industry are being discussed, debated, and people can take a clue out of this for their own governance point of view, or making better the processes that they already have.
Do you agree when people say that events such as eINDIA catalyze the process of interaction on e-initiatives?
Yeah, definitely. So, for example, today Andhra Pradesh is number one in the country from government to citizens work. So we have initiated that Me Seva program, and it's being looked at by all the other people. As a matter of fact, good governance is the motto of the governments. So how will it happen? How will it come into effect? So at least with the technology that what we have, enabling technology with the e-governance is one of the tools, not the only tool, but it's a better tool compared to what we have till today. So that process is being, on, so which is being looked by others, as a matter of fact.
Mr. Minister, what are the major challenges you see in your department?
The challenges.
There have been many successful events to that. There have been a lot of initiatives. One of them is eSeva to Me Seva, and it's been a wonderful one-year journey. What are the major challenges you see?
On one side challenges, the other side the requirements for good governance. So here is a state, the developmental process, the growth rate is almost highest among all the states. And on the other side, the distribution of wealth, the welfare measures is another big, area where the state government is spending a lot of money. So the deprived, the targeted class must get their share what was intended by the government. Towards that, the IT-enabled processes is the best solution. For example, today we are coming out with Aadhaar in the country. We are quite ahead of many other states in Aadhaar. With Aadhaar, we will be distributing all these incentives in proper format to the right person. So this is one challenge where until and unless we 100% take care of this, that will be a target and that will be a goal.
Are you happy with the process of Aadhaar, the way it has been actually enrolling people? Because there have been debates in the past wherein the finance minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram, also had a different opinion. The kind of money we are spending, which is around 1,600 crore rupees, mapping the people, probably those money could be migrated to other sector also. So what is your opinion?
You're bringing an element of finance minister and Chidambaram. I don't want to comment on that particular one.
Right.
But any initiative any initiative, any change which is, propagated or seen with a vision is always resisted by the contemporary forces. So they may not see clearly eye to eye compared to that. Yeah, this is true of many other initiatives. For example, reforms, financial reforms. Many people said no. And today, that was the only way that we could come out. And our trade and our growth rates are, on par. And as a matter of fact, after China, India is the only country.
Right.
So, I would like to say one thing. There is no foolproof system when you start.
Right.
The foolproof system will only come when you start and try to implement it, try to do it. So in the process, you reform, amend and revise it. If you don't have an opportunity to start,
Right.
so where is the question?
Exactly.
So for example, in the good old days, with the trunk call booking, as the Honorable CM was saying, and today with the mobile, I can talk anywhere in the world.
Yeah, just a
So unless you take a decision for a change, decision for better governance, decision for better living standards, so you will be staying where you are or where you were as a matter of fact.
Exactly. India is a very big country, very diverse country. People say within 5 kilometers the taste of water gets in, within 10 kilometers the dialects get in. Coast mein badle pani, char coast mein wani. So in such a diverse country, the implementation of e-governance for the service providing the service to the people becomes very important. But still access to those services, especially in the rural India, which is almost around 60%, is very low. How we can actually probably bridge those gaps?
That's a good question, but one thing you should see. Today, we have just crossed 1 billion mark mobiles in a country with 1.25 billion people.
Right.
So, was it imagined? Was it really, thought of? So, people are, even a laborer in the field, working in the rural employment scheme, getting about 128 rupees or 130 rupees, he has a mobile, he is talking. So the opportunities are there for implementing what our vision is, what our commitment is, what our concerns are. So is the case with all other aspects. For example, computers. So today it's totally different than a decade ago. So there is a lot of change which is coming. So this change has to be enabled for better services from government to citizens and citizens' requirements in general. That's where the technology being used. So,
in such a scenario, how do you see the place of ICT, information communication technology, and services like e-governance?
well, it's inseparable. That's a part and parcel of that. And more we get involved into this with the citizen services, the more and more importance of this sector lies, and which creates a lot more employment than any other sector as on today.
How beneficial it has been to the government?
Well, definitely, much beneficial. The middlemen are eliminated, the diversion is eliminated, the real people are being targeted, and those who are eligible, they are able to get the benefit out of the system.
As you talk about the reform and some of the resistance to the reform to the opposition party, which is quite normal. Even in 90s it was there. This time around when Prime Minister has announced some of the initiative, one of them is FDI.
Yeah.
Probably the opposition party has not supported the way it should have been supporting. So how important it is for India to reform different sector?
So we are at a very low level of wealth creation. Now in the 1780 or around 1800, India has almost like 20% of the GDP of the world.
Exactly.
Today we are less than 1% or around 1%. So we have a long way to go, and the population is increasing. As a matter of fact, change for change is not what the visionary sees. Change for better is the visionary's role and visionary's ideal. But there are always people who resist change. But that resistance over a period of time will be cleared and will be known. Over the history, we have seen that. So I don't give credence to the political criticism, right, nor a common man's, a layman's, not common, a layman's view of things. The contemporary thinking has no role for a visionary to look far beyond and then devise methods and ways to improve the quality of life on the earth.
Let me be politically incorrect little bit. There have been little turmoil at the government level, some issues, which is quite normal with any government. So how has been things on that front?
No, I don't think that really makes any difference as far as the information technology is concerned, or this sector is concerned
But
specifically.
it does impact the government.
No, there's a wrong, impression, a perception. For example, I know you're mentioning about Andhra Pradesh politics
Right.
and that. So in the last 3-4 years, where the political turmoil, the so-called political turmoil, in the eyes of those people who talk about it and who ask about it and who see about it,
Right.
has not made any change in the performance of this sector. As a matter of fact, it was even much more than what it used to be when the turmoil was not there, the so-called turmoil.
Okay.
So the office space that is leased out in the last 3 years, every year was much higher than the previous years. So the state government has come with a good policy for promoting this industry.
So you are telling me that probably things has been more better as the time passes for Andhra Pradesh, irrespective of the fact what the political leadership is in the state. They have given their service to the best level.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
That is
Certainly believe, and it will go a long way. And Andhra Pradesh is bestowed with a lot of natural resources, natural talent. And today, in the last 8 years or 9 years, state has come a long way, in per capita income generation, the growth rates, and the agricultural production, the industrial productions, and all that. So it's a take-off stage for the state of Andhra Pradesh, and I only wish the change must be seen for the better. Change must be seen for quality of life in the future.
There has been no better word to end this interview. Thank you so much for your interaction.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful talking
Thank
to
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.